let's talk about uh, English Premier League. Final was this weekend. Manchester City wins, but a lot of the drama with English Premier League, right, is relegation. Who goes down, right? Which teams finish low enough to where they're relegated to the lower leagues? That's for an American sports fan. That's like a interesting wrinkle and something that we don't have in our U.S. leagues. And people have talked about this in regards to professional sports. People have even heard. I've heard people talk about it in regards to collegiate sports. Like if we ever have the situation where the top 16 or 32 colleges break football programs break away and create some sort of super conference, would you have a promotion relegation system where teams go up and teams go down? But it's pretty exciting, right? You saw uh like Burnley gets relegated, very tight, interesting games. Just the whole idea that like you need to stay up there. Um or you need to your spot is not assured, basically. Right? There's no guarantee that you're going to stay in the top league. You can't just cruise forever. But I was thinking about a time in terms of collegiate track, right? There was a time when smaller division athletes could compete against D1 just because the schedules aligned. And I know we've talked about this in the past with cross country, but there was a time when those champions could come and try their hand against D1 athletes in sort of a promotion type thing. Now, I know it's not the same thing because you could be a D2 athlete who could have had D1 offers, but for whatever reason, you just decided to go to a D2 school, right? Same thing with Division 3, same thing with junior college. But if we had a promotion system this year and we had the ability to move people up from small division into Division 1, what matchups would you be interested in seeing?
Uh, First, Azamati from West Texas A&M. He's run 9.9. Excited to see what he does. He could challenge the Bowlings, the Williams, the Favor Ashes of this world to potentially win. I think he could win the NCAA D1 title. I think Trevor
Mhm.
Bassett of Ashland, I think he could win the 400-meter hurdle title. And then Christian Noble, who just went pro, but I think if
Yeah.
Noble was in the 1500, I think he would challenge Romo and Kip Sang and the other rest of the top 1500-meter guys. I think you could have those three D2 runners could all win a D1 championship this year.
Mm.
And they can move up.
And
And
that
then
seems well, that seems
whoever else
higher
has
than
to go
normal.
D2 next. Yeah, I mean, it is not higher. Normally, there might be one, but three. And I'm sure there's probably someone else out there in like a field event or something. There was a JUCO athlete, actually, speaking of field event, who ran very well. You see this? The JUCO championships. We should have talked about this. But Keyshawn Black, he
Mhm.
ran 10:02 for Meridian.
Legal?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I don't see the wind. But 10:02, it's pretty. Second place was 10:03. Gerard Elcock of Butler. So, but yeah. So maybe
Isn't
Keyshawn Black is a guy to look out for. He runs 10:02. It's pretty damn good.
isn't relegation kind of already like slowly happening with conference realignment? I mean, it's not really the same, but I don't know. Like the
Yeah.
SEC is adding more schools. That's not a different division, but it's definitely higher competition than like, I don't know, Mountain West. You see that as like kind of pushing towards it?
Yeah, it's sort of you're right. It's happening begrudgingly, or not begrudgingly, but it's happening just as a process of schools trying to scoop up bigger schools to make more money. Um, and because in college football, all the programs aren't created equal, right? If you're in one of those Power Five conferences, you have a much better chance of getting to a better bowl game and making the college football playoff than you would in one of those smaller schools. Um,
Do you know
and
how
then the rich just
regulation could be
get
done?
richer.
Do you know how regulation could be done perfectly in in track and field world?
Hmm.
You ready for the ultimate solution? You do it at the professional level. You have the Diamond League. Everyone, the top 8 runners all go to the Diamond League. They go to every one. Like it's in their contract that if you want to win a global medal, you have to compete in every Diamond League that's available, provided you're injured. You have to compete. They
Yeah.
run a race with 8 people. The top 6 get to run in the next race. The bottom 2 get it knocked out, and then the next 2
Yeah.
top
move up.
times in the world get to get those
Yeah.
other 2 spots to try to earn in. And it's constantly, if you finish 7th or 8th in any of your Diamond League races, you're not allowed back into the Diamond League until you run well again. And so it's a way to just like, can you stay on the circuit? Like, can you keep on finishing top 6 to ensure that you get to go to all the Diamond Leagues? I think that would be kind of cool.
It definitely would give you something to watch every week. The trouble would be in that first step, getting everybody to commit to an entire Diamond League circuit. But yeah,
Well, you
that
make
would
the
be
incentive. If you don't do this, you're not going to become a world champion. That's the incentive.
no worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
No worlds.
That'd be fun, man. Imagine pre in that field. You'd be like, holy crap. 7th,
Someone's
8th,
gonna get right.
is it
Yeah.
going to be allowed to come to the Diamond League again? Who's it going to be? You know?
Yeah. Well, and then it would make the lower meets, quote unquote, would be awesome to watch too, because like, hey, they want to get out of there.
Yeah.
They want to get called back up, and then you'd have good people in those meets, and then maybe there'd be an upset, someone who gets a favorite who gets relegated, but then gets beat again, doesn't finishes 4th or something, and someone else gets to go up into the big time 100. The problem is, it's like in some respects, it's too easy to get into a Diamond League because not all
Yeah.
Diamond League events are created equal, and then they'll give a lane to a athlete from that nation, which I get because they're trying to sell tickets, but that's not something you would do if it was just like the whole goal was just like this is supposed to reflect the top 8 people in the world right now, or the highest, whatever, if it's a distance race, the top 12 or top 15. David says, can you imagine this podcast if the Sixers got relegated out of the NBA? Well, I'd be happy.
Hey, man. Hit me while I'm down. Why don't you? Hit me while I'm down. I have disowned the NBA, the National Basketball Association, for at least 4 months. I'll be back in. I'll be back. Wait till July 1st. I'll be back going when free agency starts. I'll be believing again, being ready to get hurt.
Trade rumors. They're going to be all
Rumors,
about it.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll leave it there. We're going to try to record